Well, there they are, some of the product that Aspenware creates right here in Vernon. And it's an incredible array. And to think this is all just made out of wood. And you make these beautiful knives and forks and spoons.
Yes, that's what we do every day, is we develop knives and build knives, forks, and spoons out of wood.
It seems like a basic, simple kind of concept, but nobody's really doing this.
No, and it is a basic, simple concept, but it also has a lot of engineering and thought into it. I started this more than 15 years ago, so if somebody said, yeah, it's going to take you 15 years to get there, I would have said, no way. But we're an overnight success 10 years later, really. So making the product is just a little step of the way into getting to where you have to go, because from that you can make a beautiful product, but now you have to sell it and you have to do all those things. So we do a great job, but there's still a long road ahead of us to get a complete business out of it.
Now you've recently been recognized with a very prestigious award.
Yes, I was actually nominated and awarded one of the Manning Awards this year for 2012 as an innovation award. So it was very nice. It was fantastic that people recognize some of the efforts. And it wasn't just me. This is an award from my whole team and my family and everybody else that's been involved for the last 15 years. So it was very nice to be recognized.
Now you say it's kind of a byproduct of what you do. It wasn't the original intention, but the genius of disposable cutlery that is biodegradable, that's made from wood, that isn't plastic.
It started as a high value added wood product, but the green movement also gave it wheels. And so when you put the two together, that's a beautiful high value added wood product and a green compostable product that's changing the face of the earth, literally one meal at a time, if you want to call it. That's an old cliche, but or one fork at a time. There's an equivalent of 2.5 Astrodomes full to the brim of plastic used in North America every year, thrown into the landfill. It's a staggering amount.
There's some solutions out there.
We are offering a solution, and there are a lot of municipalities in Canada, within Canada, a lot of the states, a lot of the counties in the U.S. are going plastic free. So we're actually starting to make some inroads, and there's never been really a true alternative to the plastic cutlery, and we do offer that. Our product will cut a steak. Our product will stab the raw carrot with a fork, and you can actually eat soup with the spoon. It actually works. So not only is it a great product, good for the environment, it's cost effective, but it actually functions well. So all of those put together start to give us a little traction in the industry.
And coming up on the show, we're going to go downstairs into the factory some more and see exactly how this stuff is made.
Looking forward to it.
Well, now we're in the heart of the operation, Terry. This is quite an impressive machine you've got here.
Thank you. It's taken us a while to get here.
And those incredible forks and knives and things they start off life as this.
Yes, as birch and aspen veneers peeled off a tree like Christmas wrap. Our patented process is that we laminate 2 layers together.
Sounds like a machine gun behind us here.
It's almost like a machine gun. So this is the punching process where we actually take the laminated veneers and we punch them out in a singleton, and then they get delivered onto a tray so that we can get them into the press. So this is where the cutlery comes through the press and then is molded and formed. And if you notice, it's less than 2 seconds. It actually is a squeeze time. Here, I'll pull one out and you can have a quick see.
So it's got its curve here and a ridge down the handle.
Yes, and as you can see, it's got quite a bit of strength and shape, and it's still quite warm as you touch it.
Yeah. That's very solid.
And as that cools, it'll even become more solid. From here, it will go off into the printing process and then into the finishing process. Ooh. We actually have the capacity to print logos, multicolored logos on the product. So we're one of the only products in the world that can do that.
So we've been watching these forks get made, but there's a certain problem with your fork so far, Gary.
It's called a monotine.
Yeah.
So we actually have to turn that into this.
Right.
So in order to do that, we installed, this cuts 800 forks at a time. Today it's quite labor intensive. The plan is to automate this as well.
Here she goes, she's going to cut some tines for us.
She's going to show us how it's done.
All right.
So that's a machine we developed locally here and built it locally here. Everything's done, that machine's 100% built here.
So all of this is in development right now. You're sort of adding new machines, adding new processes.
Pieces as we go, on the fly, yes sir.
And you were saying that demand for this product, even in just in New York, that's
Yes.
incredible.
We actually have a pretty global demand. We're just moving down into South America. We're picking up some large contracts there. We're starting to pick up contracts all across North America, of course.
It's pretty exciting. Well, thanks so much for showing us around the factory.
Thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate you coming and being here.